I'm here to do a review of the movie Truly, Madly, Deeply. Nina is a very nice woman, liked by everyone who knows her, and until recently she was very much in love with her boyfriend. Well, I guess that's not a good picture of him. He looks more like this. Then Jamie woke up. Her boyfriend's name is Jamie. Then Jamie woke up one morning with a sore throat, went to the doctor, and by the next morning, he unfortunately needed one of these. Nina was devastated. Most of the time, she cried. She wailed. And sometimes it was more like this. She makes it through the days, but struggles all evening and all night. Nina sees a therapist, who seems too passive to me, and she makes no progress. Months go by, and Nina is still stuck in her grief. She tries to do her best at her job as a translator, and all her friends try to help her. A few men fall in love with her, but Nina loves Jamie, and the days are so long. One evening, Nina is crying, and playing this. Jamie was a cellist. Nina plays, and they used to make beautiful music together. Nina plays and cries, and then suddenly, Jamie is there, playing his cello. Is she going crazy? Jamie assures her that he is really back and does not intend to leave again. But he is kind of cold. But he doesn't look like that. He looks like Jamie. Nina ignores the iciness of his touch and rejoices in his return. They are truly, madly, deeply in love. Of course, Nina cannot tell anyone, as they would think her crazy. As time goes by, Nina starts to realize a hard little truth. She might have idealized Jamie a bit, and selectively forgotten how he tends to be a bit bossy and kind of critical at times, and likes to rearrange her stuff, and keeps wanting to improve her apartment, even though it is not in the direction she would change it. Oh, by the way, Nina also met a really nice guy named Mark. Who seems perfect for her. And Nina's friend had a baby. And Nina was present at the birth. Jamie is a ghost, and that means no children for them. Plus, Jamie starts to bring his ghost friends over to watch videos all night and mess up Nina's sleep, which makes her feel kind of like this lady. So what does she do? Stay with her true love, who is more annoying than she remembered and who happens to be rather dead? Or does she gamble on Mark, who is unknown but seems very nice? Can she let go of Jamie? Oh, and what on earth? What is the role of this guy in the picture? It's not a big role, but it's kind of important. The movie can be divided into 3 parts. In the first part, covering the first quarter of the story, is all about Nina and her grief, with bits and pieces of the past subtly woven in so that we can understand her grief. For me, this was the weakest section of the movie. As Nina's grief is overplayed. I understood her grief and loss quickly, as well as the idea that she is stuck in it, at the expense of any chance of moving on toward finding happiness and new love. And then there's more. And then there's more yet. I almost gave up on the film at this point. The second part, covering about half the story, starts when Jamie's ghost appears. Nina moves from bliss to a slow descent into realization that her memory of Jamie had been idealized. This mirrors the process when a couple starts dating and is truly, madly, deeply in love, and all is wonderful until they begin to relax, move out of quote-unquote formal courting mode, and become more open, genuine, and realistic, including letting their flaws show. This sometimes involves disillusionment that is not always mutual and equal. This part of the movie is better. Just as the second part is on the edge of becoming overdone, like the first part, there's a brief exchange between Jamie and one of his ghost friends, and the audience gets to see that things are not as they have seemed. I will not divulge more, but this reinterpretation or reframing event opens the door on the possibility of Nina finding true happiness, if she can just recognize the opportunity and grasp it. The last section is the fastest paced one, and for me is the most well done of the film. Yes, that's 5 stars. That portion. A note on the bonus features. The bonus feature includes the original movie trailer, the trailers for a few other movies, that were about to be released, and a fairly long commentary from Anthony Minghella, detailing in great detail how this movie came to be. The Gobi Desert is dry. But not as dry as this commentary. There's a lot of information in this commentary that might be useful to film students, but I'm not planning on changing careers, so it lost me. Overall, I enjoyed the film. With the last part making up for the overwrought first part. Juliet Stevenson, who played Nina, was very good, although she was too dramatic in the early scenes. Alan Rickman surprised me with his versatility. I have only seen him as a villain in movies like the Harry Potter movies and in Quigley Down Under, but he handled his role quite well.